Sometimes the best way to relax after a soul-crushing binge streak is just to sit back and mindlessly watch actors fumble with their lines. Like this. Oh my god, seriously? Hey, whose idea was this? But seriously, superstars are held to such high standards that seeing them make mistakes and just be human makes us feel so much more connected to them. Which is why blooper reels are the comfort food of the entertainment world. Also, bloopers can come in pretty handy for eager fans like me to get a sense of what to expect from a new season of their favorite show. Likewise, if you're done with this show and are looking to fill the gaping void it's left in your life, turning up on YouTube for blooper reels and outtakes is the definitive way to go. So Netflix, if you're watching this, I absolutely demand that you release those Umbrella Academy bloopers. Not the cute behind-the-scenes videos and featurettes. Okay, no, I actually want those too, but please throw in some good old-fashioned gag reels too. Thanks. Anyway, let's move right on and take a look at some of the hilarious bloopers that Netflix has given us so far. This video might contain spoilers, so please be warned. You can also head over to the description below to see which Netflix shows and movies we're going to be talking about today.
The word is so funny!
I can't do this.
Stranger Things is undoubtedly one of the best Netflix originals of recent times. Millie Bobby Brown is the internet's sweetheart, and as far as the franchise is concerned, it is certain that a 4th season is coming up. The pandemic may have slowed things down a bit, but an official season 4 trailer is already out for us to see. The Stranger Things fandom suffered a heavy sacrifice last season, with 2 significant characters most likely dead, so this blooper reel brings in a refreshing change of pace. Let's check it out.
A day full of girls.
Noah Schnapp could not have been more like Will then, when he says the day is full of girls. And who knew that "it's your grandma" would be the hardest line of the show? This is hardly the first time that Netflix has brought out the fun side it regularly plasters on our social media walls. Remember this quote-unquote prank the cast of You played on Victoria Pedretti? It's clever how the video plays on You's edginess to build the premise of this little sketch, and simultaneously drives the point home that the concept of the show must not be romanticized. You is a progressive show, but its influence on audiences raised concerns after fans started gushing about Joe's behavior. Penn Badgley himself spoke out to remind his fans that his role in the show is not something that they should aspire to. The Kissing Booth sequel was the newest addition to the sprawling deck of content on Netflix, and it quickly made its way to the list of the most watched shows on the streaming platform. Even if you're new to the franchise, the high school-themed trailer of the second movie gives a lot to lead with. For starters, it's obvious that there's a gushy romantic theme to the film. A lot of the drama in Kissing Booth 2 will therefore ride on Elle and Noah's relationship. But if these blooper reels are anything to go by, then I'd say the film promises an even more enjoyable narrative in the form of Elle and Lee's friendship. It's not surprising that the two of them have such good chemistry in real life. Their on-screen camaraderie builds up towards a major cliffhanger that will be explored in the 3rd installment of the Kissing Booth franchise. Until then, the question of whether Elle will go to Berkeley or Harvard is for you and I to lose sleep over. Dark marked Germany's fabulous entry into the Netflix Originals catalog. The series has carefully maintained its captivating look and melancholic tones, but its deleted blooper scenes paint a much happier picture. Anyone who's had to witness the tragic things that Jonas had to deal with through the series knows how rare and amazing it is to actually see the guy laugh. No silver screen teenager has faced such a heavy brunt of casual tears in time as him for sure. In addition to glimpses of happy-looking Jonas, Adam completely breaks out of his steely character at one point in the blooper to admit that he was completely wrong. About his lines, of course. Dark is not the first chilling drama on Netflix to take a playful persona outside the streaming platform. House of Cards had previously joined a few other shows to make an outtake, which is remarkable for several reasons. Once again, the major cool takeaway from this video is the lasting image of Doug Stamper's smiling face. If it were a Netflix original, The Office would undoubtedly have been on this list, which would be awesome, since The Office is an undisputed leader when it comes to bloopers. Anyway, this doesn't mean that Steve Carell's not making an appearance in this video today. I'm looking at this epic Space Force gag reel, which shows Carell performing at the top of his game, even when making a mistake, resulting in the whole crew erupting in laughter. He's also often the last actor in there to break character, and it's obvious since he's the only person who can stretch a funny moment far enough to bring out genuine laughter, which is difficult to control. The blooper is an apt reflection of the show's silly humor, and who knows, maybe there's a future Netflix original in store for us that's purely a never-ending gag reel of Steve Carell jokes. With its gripping plot and fast-paced action, Outer Banks revives the summer vibes on the Netflix panel. Netflix also graciously dropped some sun-soaked bloopers for us to bank on after we're done and dusted with the series. There's so much chilling and partying in the show itself that it's almost hard to tell that these are fun outtakes, but we'll let you have a look for yourself.
Hello.
If levitating books are your thing, then this next show is just for you. Even though most people compared it to Stranger Things, the Netflix original called I Am Not Okay With This is a daring show in its own right. It follows the life of a teenage girl who discovers that she has superpowers while coming to terms with a personal tragedy. While the show's emphasis on mapping emotional journeys and its nostalgic vibe give it an intense look and appeal, the blooper reel doesn't mind blowing off some steam. The disenchanted demon moves away from hell to rebuild his life as a nightclub owner in Los Angeles. The plot of the Lucifer went gaga over this premise and built a narrative spanning across 5 seasons and 2 production houses. Since then, the slightly sidelined show is slated to make a renewed comeback with its 5th and final season, and a behind-the-scenes video compilation shows just how much work has been going on for this. The actors seem to be enjoying themselves, so allow me to elaborate why fun is basically the new season's overall USP. In an interview with TV Line, one of the Lucifer showrunners revealed that they had a quote-unquote fun toy in season 5, which was going to be significant to the show's narrative going forward. The concluding season of Lucifer should come out with a bang, so the blooper reel serves a bigger purpose of putting a spotlight on the show and making sure it gets the traction it needs to make an impactful landing. Another Netflix show which creatively benefited from this platform to generate viewer engagement was Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. This particular scenario does not involve a blooper reel per se, but it makes the use of a ridiculously cool tape of Titus Andromedon auditioning for Hamilton. Netflix played this cool gimmick just in time for the Tonys a few years ago and used Hamilton's insane popularity to leverage Andromedon's Broadway aspirations. Hamilton is incredibly difficult to get into, and as fate or Tina Fey would have it, we can see that Titus is just not going to make it into the coveted musical. I talked about Lucifer ending on its 5th season not too long ago, and it looks like Money Heist is definitely headed down the same road. It's just come in that the popular Spanish series will say goodbye to fans after it returns to Netflix with a 5th installment. Season 5 is supposed to be the most exciting one yet, which is saying a lot given that Money Heist already has a pretty amazing reputation. The Heist has persistently kept us entertained through the last 3 years, and the energy on those sets is simply amazing. It shows quite palpably in this extended blooper cut uploaded by Netflix, which I just can't stop watching. It looks like the creators have fully been at it, while Money Heist fans out in the world ferociously bonded over their hatred for Arturito. However the show gets closed, boy are people going to be pissed if the show doesn't kill off that guy in the final season. Afterlife has all the markings of a Ricky Gervais enterprise, but even his trademark humor doesn't stop the show from spiraling into dark places at times. The pessimism that is central to the Afterlife narrative rarely pops up while filming though, and that's the only way it should be with Ricky being there on the sets. Being funny is an existential state for the man, and almost every other shot in this blooper reel ends with his striking laughter. The upcoming timeline for new releases on Netflix could make room for Afterlife, especially with Ricky having posted a picture on Twitter with the show's 3rd season draft. Official updates still have to roll in, but it should not be long before the next sequel gets the green light. It's clear that Tony still has a long way to go to achieve his mental and emotional breakthroughs, and to that end, Afterlife owes us another installment. If you have what it takes to create an instantly popular movie or show, coming-of-age narratives with flamboyant characters might be the way to go. Sex Education did a world of good for the awkward teenagers within and outside of the show, and gave us a fresh high school drama to turn to when other Netflix staples got too dark or cynical. It's also a great addition to the growing wealth of bloopers released by the streaming service. Season 2 saw Otis and May's side business go downhill, but brought them closer at the same time. Netflix has officially given Season 3 of Sex Education a go, which means that the platform is strengthening its ties with the British landscape. That's our list of bloopers of all the latest titles on Netflix with a little insight on what's in store for the future. Thank you for watching this video. Tell us which bloopers you'd like to see more of in the comments below, and for more great videos, make sure to subscribe to Screen Rant. See ya!